Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. My name is Denise Hutchins and I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. Today is Tuesday, which means it's time for Inktober52. That is a year-long art challenge where everybody participating tries to draw an inked drawing once a week. You don't have to use the prompts, but I like to, and I also have my own theme of griffins. So today's prompt is sing, and with my griffin theme, it was pretty easy because a griffin is, the front half is a bird, so I'm gonna have a singing American robin. Oh, Exie! Awesome! Oh, I wish it showed on the chat box. I haven't been able to, I didn't figure out how to get that on there, but Exie subscribed for another month, so that's 12 months, a whole year. Thank you so much. And hello. Hello, Exie. Awesome. What a great start to the week. Thank you so much. Yay. I'm going to remember I wanted to message you later because I've been thinking about this because a year has been coming on for a little while, so yeah, but in the meantime, how are you? I hope you've been doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope it was restful and fun, or something. Hope there was something good over the weekend for you. Oh, thank you so much. That's so awesome. I'm still seeing the chat box does not, on the screen, doesn't show these notifications about subscription or anything, so I'll make sure to read that one out. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I am good, too. I'm so excited because I'm looking out my window and it's just getting darker and cloudier, and I think you might have picked up on by now that I love it when it's stormy and rainy, so I'm really excited because it might start raining during my stream or something, so that would be awesome. Okay, so yeah, I'm in a great mood today. The darker it gets outside, the weather, the happier I get. It's kind of opposite, but I love storms. I love rain. So this is the kit I've been using for my Inktober52. I'm gonna admit I'm getting kind of tired of it. I've been using it all year, but I'm gonna stick to it. I'm going to use this kit all year, and then when the new year comes, I'm going to put together a whole new kit and use that all next year. But here's the first piece to the kit, the Creative Starter Set from Zebra, with 5 mild liners and 5 fine liners. And here's the sketchbook I've been using, Inktober Moleskine Collab Sketchbook. The 2 Zebra brush pens. They both have a medium-sized tip, and the red one has a small-sized tip as well. And then some basic stuff: pencil, sharpener, and eraser. So this is the Pentel High Polymer Eraser, the Coom Automatic Long Point Sharpener, and the Palomino Blackwing 725 pencil. Oh, did you have... Wait, trying to get used to staying awake. Is it because of the time change? Do you have time change where you are as well? Because we just had the... because you don't have it. Oh. Everyone moved 1 hour away. Oh, so what does that mean for... Does that mean that my streams are like even later for you? Man, I hate daylight savings time. I wish... Well, no, I don't hate daylight savings time per se. And hate's a little strong word. I dislike the time change because it's so disruptive to everyone. It was disruptive to my dogs because they were like, it's time to get up, and we weren't getting up yet, because they don't know. They don't use clocks, so I don't like it. I wish that we would stop using it. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. I wish, although it does suck to have some people doing the time change and other people not doing the time change, and it's not consistent. Hopefully you guys are a step ahead of us. Hopefully we'll follow in your footsteps soon. There was a bill, I didn't pay too close attention, but it's like it got halfway through the process to becoming law to get rid of the time change stuff. But it never got, it only got halfway through and then it died or whatever. So I was like, come on, man. I don't want to do this anymore. It's so annoying. It just disrupts everything. And then, of course, it's worse in the spring because you lose an hour. And sleep has been my goal this year, getting good sleep. So that means I'm going to have to go to bed an hour ahead of time when spring comes. Well, I'll just make it work until the people in charge of it can finally get it together. Nobody wants it. Oh man, that sucks. Ah. Yeah, it's an hour later for you now. Well, I will totally understand if you ever need to check out early or if you can't make it, because like I said, sleep is so important to me. So I think that it's important for everybody. So I will not hold it against you. Stupid time change. I don't like it. I don't like the time change. Well, at least I got you on the Discord so I can chat with you there. Worst case scenario, I think. But yeah, I will never hold it against you if you ever need to leave early or skip a stream or anything. Anything. Sleep is so important. It was already really amazing that you were watching so late. Now that's crazy. That's so late. So the bird that I picked was American Robin to be singing, my singing griffin. And I'm just going to do, I've done an American Robin griffin before, so whatever little, I don't know how much of it's going to show up, the back half of the griffin, but I used the American red squirrel for the back half of the last time I did one, so I'll just do that again because that's pretty easy. Aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aw, this is such a cute, hold on, I love seeing what the names of these are. Aw, such a cute emo. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad I get to still hang out with you on the live stream. Even if it's only in text, it really feels like I'm hanging out with someone, so. Yay! You can't see it, but I'm just smiling as I'm drawing. I could just have this smile on my face because I'm so happy about, so happy to have you, Exy. Have you supporting me and hanging out with me. And of course, everybody who ever comes to my streams. And I have a few lurkers too. I don't know if they're here today, but I appreciate them as well. So yeah, it's always so fun. I guess what I'm getting at is I'm having a great time already with today's stream. Okay, I think I've made the head a bit big. So let me make the chest a bit bigger. This wing is alright. Just sort of goes down to the side. Ah, this connects up here, and then here's another layer of feathers here. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Once again, I am just sketching and smiling. A renewed smile upon my face. I'm just getting a little, I'm not trying to draw each feather perfect, but just get the overall structure of the wing in. I think robins are a little bit underappreciated, at least in my experience, because everywhere I've lived, they're super common. Like, they're just super common birds. But whenever I draw them, I'm like, wow, they are so beautiful. They have the lovely shape, like their overall silhouette is so lovely, and then their colors and their bright orange chest and belly feathers. And then even the wings, they're black, but they've got like bright gray lines, or at least that's the reflection. I can't tell if it's the color or just the reflection, but so lovely. Okay, so since this is a griffin, the legs are coming out on the real bird down here, but I shall move them up here to become arms, and then we're going to have the griffin-y body coming out, the back half being a squirrel. And I think we won't really see the squirrel. Maybe I can make the tail. Yeah, because squirrels do that. I've seen them. They live on my tree in my backyard, and they fluff their tail around like a S on their back, all cute. So I'll do that here so that we can see the tail. So, and then we've got some leaves. I'm looking at a reference image, and there's some leaves hiding the feet, where the feet of the robin are grabbing onto the branch. So I'm going to add some leaves in on this too, because I can't see what the feet are like. So I'm just going to move them up and then put some leaves up here too. Oh, thank you. Exie, make it look easy. Maybe just because I've drawn one before. Oh, Sarah's here too. Hello, Sarah. Thank you for joining me. Oh, look at the little boopy, boopy, boopy. Oh, yay. I'm so happy. 2 people today. How are you? How are you? So let's see. The way the robin's feathers go around its legs, it's like the legs almost look like they're just stuck on. There's not like a big fluffy feathers coming down into the leg. It's just like leg. So I guess I'm going to do that here too, but we're going to put them up at the height of arms instead of down here being legs. And seems just like a really basic elbow. And I've changed the angle as well. The angle for the picture I'm looking at is more straight down, but I'm putting it out. So I feel that makes more sense with it being arms, that they would be grabbing something up instead of being straight down. Ah. Was that... Oh, so he got sick again? Or you just got germs on the trip and it's that you didn't get... Because didn't he have... He had a RSV or something. Did he get better from that? Oh, that sucks. Poor kid. I hate being sick, so... That sucks. I mean, I'm laughing, but I am glad that everybody's all right. A cold is, I think, not too worrisome. Unless he has some sort of immune disorder, and in that case, I retract my laughter, because even if you get a cold, if you have an immune disorder, then that's scary, so... Oh, okay. Aw, did you take some medicine? And drink some tea? I got another tea bag from you today in the letter. I like these interesting flavors you've been sending me. Hopefully you get over it pretty quickly. Get over the cold. That's why I continue to wear my mask in public places when I'm gonna be, especially when I'm going to be around strangers in a really close environment, like a small space and it's not outdoors, because I hate being sick, and even if it's just a cold, it sucks. So I don't want to transmit any germs I might have, and I hope to not get any germs from other people, just to try to avoid colds at the very least. Much less any of the worst stuff that floats around. I've stopped worrying so much when I go out to eat, because I only go out to eat once a week. But go out to eat, and it's like, well, I'm gonna have my mask off most of the time anyway to eat, so if it's a really small restaurant, then maybe I put it on, but I hope you feel better soon. Hope you get some good sleep and you wake up and you're like, yay, it's gone. That would be the best. That's not how it works for me, though. Even when I get a cold, it usually lasts like a week. That's good. That's good to hear. I appreciate my my massage therapist, since that's what you do too, so it feels relevant. My massage therapist also obliges my request, and she still wears a mask with me too, so like, thank you. Because so doing the massage, that means she's breathing on me for the whole massage, so I'm like, yay, thank you so much for continuing to wear a mask, even though I'm the only person. And not only she's breathing on me, but she's breathing air with all the other clients that she works with, you know, so there's lots of sharing of air and what might be in the air. Yeah, that's right. Laundry song. I wondered if it would finish. I think that was the dryer. What is this? This is adorable. Booty, booty, booty spin. It's so cute. Taking a swig of my tasty mineral water with my favorite lady on there, Katarina from oh, the name is so long, I just call it the Villainous anime. She's like, it's like I was reborn as a villainess, and yeah, I can't remember, and I don't remember the English one either. I just call it the Villainous anime. Anyway, it's one of my favorite shows. So I'm telling you about my water bottle now. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you don't know. It's even before COVID, with like COVID being like, yeah, you can carry it and not know it. It was like that for everything. It's just that COVID was super, like, you could have so much of it and like be fine, but other people might not, and so it was more extreme. But it can be the same way, even with the cold, and so it's so hard, so hard. Okay, I'm not looking at a reference, I'm just doing a really general, from imagination, squirrel tail. From imagination, a little bit of experience, because like I said a long time ago, and one day I want to revisit and complete this. I was doing a griffin for each month, and I only got January and February done, but the February griffin was an American red robin and American red squirrel. So, a little bit of experience with drawing the squirrel tail from that. If you're hearing snoring, that's Aoife. She's sleeping under the desk over there. Yeah. I learned that the reason why some anime have the super long titles, that it's like a sentence instead of like just a name or something, is because they're based on online published like light novels. And then those light novels, they're the main platform. Okay, I might be misremembering, but it was like the main platform that does these light novels where you can publish them online didn't have a description, only the title. So the people submitting their novels to try to get people to read them so that people know what is it about, they would make the really long descriptive title because there was no separate description. It was like, you title it and that's it. And so in order to attract people to get people to give their novel a shot, that's where the super long titles comes from, is that. So once I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. There's like a practical reason for it. It's not people just being silly with their naming or something. Like there's a like logistical reason for doing it. Okay, so I did not add the eye yet, the thing that makes it look alive. So now I'm going to do that. I just saw your message about thought Tom was mouth breathing. Nope, it's Aoife here. She always just snorts through her nosy. She doesn't need to be sleeping for very long for it to start. Okay, I think that's good. Well, actually, let's add a little bit of... So if we imagine that whatever branch this griffin is standing on goes down like this, I think this is fine. And the rest of the body is going back like this, like kind of curved. Maybe I'll add a little bit more foliage, just a tiny bit. And I want one right here facing the viewer. And it's kind of a heart shape. I'll just do one right here. Back. Okay, that's probably good. And let's see, the last thing before I start inking. Just want to make some marks to indicate the different areas of, so there's like really dark gray feathers, white feathers, and then red feathers. So I'm just going to make some marks to help indicate those differences in color. And especially around the eye for robins, the shape can be slightly different from bird to bird, but they all tend to have some white markings around the eye. This one's cute because it also has white markings around here that makes it look like it has a bushy white eyebrow. And I cannot see like any tongue or anything. It just goes straight back. You can see a little space right here where it goes into the throat, where the mouth becomes the throat, so right there. But there's not like a tongue sticking up or anything like that. Okay, sweet. Let's ink. Wish I could remember the name of this. It's like villainous. Hold on. I can even just Google. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Google villainous anime. Villainous anime. Boom. Well, there's more than one, but this is the one. Yep. See, I Google villainous anime. The title is the top result. My next life as villainous. All routes lead to doom. Oh, the movie! I have not seen the movie! I'm getting distracted. There's a otome game coming out. It's based on the idea of otome games. Oh, movie. Hold on, I just wanted to look up the Japanese name. Oh, yeah. Otome game no 破滅フラグしかない悪役 I can't read that one に転生してしまった。Okay. Now you know why I just call it the villainous anime. Long title either way. The movie! There's a movie! I've got to watch it. It's one of my favorite shows ever. No, maybe I'll just rewatch the show again for the nth time. There's 2 seasons out so far. I also have all the light novels that have been... So it was based on a light novel series. And then it was made into an anime. And then it was made into a manga. Then it was made into an otome game, which is funny because it's sort of a otome game parody in the first place. And then it became an actual otome game. And now there's a movie! Movie! Sorry, you have to listen to me geek out about it. Love it. I love it. I love it. And otome games have been on my mind today because I ran out of screenshot space on my Switch, my Nintendo Switch, which is no small feat because you're allowed 10,000 screenshots. But I love taking screenshots. When I was moving the images, I copied the images from my otome games that I had finished. So I'm like, I'm not going to play them again because there's so many other ones. So I'm like, okay, I'll move those onto my PC. And as I was deleting them from the Switch after moving them, I realized that I love taking screenshots, not necessarily for the screenshot, but because it makes me feel like I'm commemorating an awesome moment. So yeah, if nobody else sees the screenshot, that's not really the point for me. Pressing that button and taking that picture is like me saying, yes, I love this. This is important to me, or whatever. So that's why I've saved them all. I didn't just delete them. I put them on the PC, and they're there if I ever want to review them. Otome games are also on my mind because I have this one sitting right next to me right now. I got this, I pre-ordered this one, and it arrived yesterday, and it's been on my desk since yesterday. So that's another reason why otome games are on my mind, because there's literally one right there. It's called Versha Evermore Error Salvation. Looks really cool. Huh? Look at it. I'm so excited. It's hard to choose which one to play next, though. I have such a backlog. It's my biggest video game hobby is otome games. What is this? I just noticed. Oh. A little puppy. That emo. Says excited. This is awesome. We're only halfway through the stream, and I'm halfway done with the main lines. So once again, like the last 2 or 3 Inktober streams, I should have time to add some nice details and stuff, so that's fun. Man, I was gushing for so long about otome games just now that it feels very quiet. Now that I've gotten it all out of my system for now, it's like, so quiet now. Yeah, it'll be nice adding some detail to these leaves, because it can help show, help give them dimension, and by adding some shading and maybe some more details for the veins in the leaf and such. My little heart leaf. Okay, a robin griffin's belly comes down like this. Okay, now just this part. Another reason why I'm looking forward so much to putting together a new Inktober tools kit is that all of my materials are starting to get more and more dried out, but not enough to give up on them, but enough that I can tell, like, that line was not as dark as it might have been in the past. Like with these, we tested them on a previous stream, but these are already fairly dry to begin with. So if you move it across the page too fast, then the line is very light. So to get the nice dark lines that I prefer, I have to move it slower and keep the strokes shorter. And even then I'm like, I wish it was a little darker. But just trying to work with it. Alright, this last little bit, and then we'll erase and add some details. Since the eraser takes some of the ink off, I think I shall ink in the eye first. Because if I were to wait and then ink it in, the lines that had been erased, or, you know, not erased, but rub the eraser on it, then some of the ink comes off too. So at least this way it will come off evenly, instead of having the stuff that had been erased and then new ink, and then the new ink stands out because the old ink is a little more faded. I don't know if that makes sense. I did my best. Oh, thank you! Yay! I'm glad you think so. Here's a close-up before I erase. Sing. Griffin singing. So sing. Sing, Griffin, sing. So we shall erase, and I think the first thing I'll do after erasing is get the dark feathers colored in, or not colored in, but add the ink on there to show the difference. And maybe I will use, I don't use these as often, but I've got these markers at my disposal, so I could use that for the chest part. Oh, I'm not on the screen. I have a strip of tape down here so that I can tell that I'm getting off the screen, but I still forget. Get so into the drawing itself. Just working my way down. I like to work from this side over to this side since I'm left-handed, and that way I can see better. Because if I worked this way, I'd be... my own hand covers up what I'm erasing, basically. Almost there, just a few more leaves. Could use a marker on the leaves as well, but I kind of want to just, if I use the marker, just keep it to just a one color, because then that can bring attention to what I want the focus to be on, which in this case is this griffin, not the leaves. The leaves are there as a support. In a sort of literal way, because of the griffin is standing on it, but also in that it's just giving something so that the griffin isn't just sort of floating in midair, and I feel like that would be distracting. Okay, I'm swiping all these little eraser crumbs onto the sketchbook, and then where's my trash can? And my swipey brush. I love this swipey brush. I got this, I think I got this in high school, and I still have it. You can still sort of see my name written on it, barely. Okay, I think that's all the little eraser bits off of the sketchbook. Now sweep these ones in as well. As I always say, I like to keep my studio as tidy as possible for many reasons, but one of them is I like to walk around in here barefoot, so I don't like walking on this kind of stuff with my bare feet, so there. Okay, done with that. Now for the really fun part, which is the details. I guess I'll switch to this pen so that it can just have a chance to be used. It's this, I'm going to use the same side and everything, but this medium side, but just so that it can have a little chance to be useful. So I'm doing some strokes that hopefully mimic the texture of the feathers, at least on the head. This pen is the perfect size and shape to do that for these feathers on the bird's head, on the griffin's head. And following the same pattern that they grow in as well. So the head goes over the top, the cheek comes out the side. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense. So like right here, it's coming back more than going around. And as we get under the throat, it's got some white feathers as well. In fact, down here it's more white than black. So I'm doing my best to be mindful of that change as I ink. And it's great, the dry brush effect that you get with these pens. I feel mimics quite well the reflection of the light on these small feathers. At least the way I'm seeing it in this reference image. So that it's not just a fully a big patch of black. You've got just little tiny bits here and there of the paper is showing through, and then it looks like reflected light on the not reflected light, light reflecting off of the feathers. And here I'm actually going to use this to my advantage. How I mentioned that if you write with these really quickly or draw with these really quickly, it's a lot lighter. I'm going to use that because these feathers here and for most of the wing are actually quite light. I don't know if that's the differentiation in the pigment of the feather itself or if it's just the way the light is hitting it, but either way I am able to get that since I know that this brush pen will behave that way. The feathers are getting bigger over here, so I can't quite make the strokes look exactly like the feathers, not like I could up here, but still do my best to move my pen in the same direction that the feathers are growing and stuff like that to just get the overall look. Thank you! Yay! Here's that difference. So I tried my best to actually on purpose move it as quickly as possible so that I could get a different looking shade. Yay! That's what I like to do with my griffins. It's good to know. Looking natural like that. Yeah! Isn't it nice? And these are basically the same, so we could just say with one pen you can get so much. That's why I love brush pens. You can get so much texture and detail. Okay, so let's see. The legs are either lighter or, depending on the area, lighter or even the same color as the chest and belly feathers. So I think here, instead of adding big shapes like this, big lines like this, I'll just add little touches to show the shapes of the feathers that you can see. You can see that sort of scalloped shape here and there. It's overall pretty smooth, but you can see just see some, depending on how the light is hitting it. Like right here you can't really see a difference. It looks like one just big patch of orangey red color. But especially like right here. And they seem to be a little rougher edged, maybe smaller up top. And even here, seems like you can see some sticking out a bit. And oh yeah, this looks like maybe is the tip of the, like what you see right here, might be showing a little bit right here. So let's add that. Yay, nice. So just a little bit of lines to show where the feathers end and that sort of leathery skin of the bird's feet start, right here. And then I think I'll add a little bit to show that now that we're moving towards the back of the griffin, this starts to be fur rather than feathers. And then here, let's add some more to the tail. So what I'm remembering, I don't have a reference image up for the squirrel part, but I remember that the squirrel for the griffin I did before that was a robin had a streak of black down the tail. That's what I'm adding here. And I feel like it matches really nicely with the robin because it also has black on its back. And then it can become the squirrel and all, which also has black. So let's actually put that, let's pretend that it goes down the back too. There. Now I'm just adding some more texture to the fluffy tail. Here I'm just showing that the tail is folded over itself. Well, hopefully that's what I'm showing. It's going like this. So it's like casting some shadow on itself. That's pretty good. Okay, we got 12 minutes, so before adding any color with marker, I'll save that for last if we've got some time. I would like to add some hatching, shading, using this thin fine liner pen first. So what I'm especially thinking of is the mouth here. Give it more dimension, show that it's a thing that goes inside, it's not like flat. And then even here we can add some and all along the bottom of the griffin. Don't want this griffin to be, since we have the time, don't want the griffin to be all flat. Let's make the griffin more three-dimensional. And I love having the brush pen and the fine liner because the brush pen makes more organic lines, so those feel like they're actually making up the griffin. That's what the griffin is made out of. And then these, which are more kind of mechanical because it's the same size pretty much no matter what, that feels more like shadow, which is a thing that's just happening to the griffin instead of being part of the griffin. At least that's how I think of it in my mind. Oh, I didn't know I left my speakers on over there. Hold on. That booty-doo was my PC. I left my speakers on. There. Turned them off. Okay, I'm back. Let's see, there's a little bit of, there's like the nostril. Okay, hold on. I keep thinking of it every time. It's not called a nostril. It's a different word. Okay, what is a bird nostril called? What is a bird nostril called? Maybe it's that some birds have a nostril. A nair. There we go. No, I don't need your AI. Is a Wikipedia page about beak. Beak. Most species of birds have external nairs, nostrils, located somewhere on their beak. The nairs are two holes, circular, oval, or slit-like in shape, which lead to the nasal cavity within the bird's skull, and thus to the rest of the respiratory system. Okay, so I guess the scientific way of saying it is nair, but it put in parentheses nostrils, so I think I'm fine calling it a nostril. Now we know. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I guess the same thing as like whether you say a hand or you say paw. Like usually we say paw for a mammal. But I also say hand when I'm talking about my cats or my dogs. Their hands are covered in mud, or she's licking her hand or something. Nairs. Later I want to look up the etymology and see what the difference is. They both start with N, so they might have a common root word. Okay, something I really wanted to do was add hatching to the leaves so that they look like more like an environment instead of just a decoration. Yeah, learning something new every day. I can't help it. I love looking stuff up. That's why once in a while when Wikipedia is like, please donate to us, I'm like, okay, I'll donate to you, because I'm on Wikipedia almost every day. And sometimes I just like go down the rabbit hole with Wikipedia. I'll be reading article after article for like hours. I'm like, no, I didn't mean to spend so much time on Wikipedia. It's just, I love learning, so. Nairs. Nairs. Yeah, it's interesting to think, why do we have the two different words? I mean, even why do we have paw and hand? Though in Japanese, it's te. Either way, I believe, because you can say neko no te, and it's when you put your hand like this. That's cat paw. So, Aw, don't worry about your typos. I do typos in my speech, so everybody's hearing it from me. Yeah. Yep. For me, it's a Wikipedia. I used to do it with real encyclopedias. And by real, I mean physical. Not like saying that Wikipedia isn't real, but back, you know, when I was a little kid, and it was like the thing for a family to have a set of encyclopedias. Like people would go door to door to sell you your new encyclopedias and stuff. This was when I was a really little kid. That seemed to be already dying away. I've never had an encyclopedia salesperson at my door since I've been an adult. But yeah, have the set of encyclopedias, just flip through it. I mean, you can still do it now. The encyclopedia still exists. Go to the library, grab one, just read about whatever. Random stuff. So interesting. Yeah, it's like a set of china. You know, like, again, a tradition that's, I think, dying away. Not completely gone, but dying away. The china thing, like, when you get married, you pick your china to have, like, your set of china dishes. I'm like, I don't need that. So this seems like the same thing. encyclopedias and china dishes. 5 minutes left. I love it when I have time to talk about random stuff with everybody and also draw. It's fun. Yeah, I think with these last few minutes, I'm actually looking over on my screen, seeing this image displayed small on my monitor over here. And what I really want at this point is to do my favorite, do a dark outline around everything. It's like right here and here, this is meant to be negative space in the background, but it just kind of look, it's very, it looks all the same, like not, it doesn't stand out as much as I'd like. So I'm going to go back to this pen and just do my nice big outline. And then see what that effect has. Like that sticker effect, like it's a sticker. Yeah, especially around these leaves, I feel like I want to emphasize the negative space around them. And I see that the belly should come along here too. I was missing a little line right there. Ooh, I need some eye drops for my contact lens eye. It's getting dry, so it moves a little bit when it's dry, and then I'm like, I can't see because it's like a little bit off center or something. I don't know exactly what's happening, but it definitely happens when it gets dry, and then I put the nice eye drops in and I'm like, oh, relief. Okay, I don't really need any extra black around here or around the head, but let's put some on around the beak. And then a little bit extra on the tail. There. Wow, that looks like it's perfect timing because we've got less than a minute left. So let me write my usual things. I think I write Inktober52 and the prompt. This one's sing. I gotta put the correct conjugation. Inktober52 sing. And then I believe I just put the date. Yeah. 7 November 2023. Yay! Another one done! Okay, here is the close-up look before I let you go of our singing griffin. You can barely see it, but the squirrel is the back half of the griffin. And nice leaves for the griffin to stand among. Yay! We're getting into the end of this book. I don't think we'll use it up before the year is over because there's only like 6, 7 more of these. So, yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Ah, what a great day. Oh, and it's so weird. I was saying how I was looking forward to the rain. Well, the sky has gotten darker, but the sun came out on the other side of the sky, so it's actually brighter overall. It's very weird. Well, hopefully we'll get hopefully we'll get some rain because I love rain. Okay. That is it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with a lucky dip as usual. Hopefully see you then. Either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.